Hi, my name is Sophie, and I'm from New York City, and today I'm going to be talking about gating. I'm going to be using a gate plugin that has a threshold and attack and release. It doesn't have a transfer function graph like we were shown in class, but I'll talk about that as basically a graph that has an input on the x-axis and an output on the y-axis, and generally goes from negative 64 dB up to 0, and that's going to represent what you're setting the threshold at. And the threshold is you want to set that to be above the noise and below the signal of the guitar. In this case, I'm using a recording of a ukulele and some drums, an instrumental track I recorded some time ago. And the way the threshold works is that as soon as the signal passes the volume you set the threshold to, the gate cuts the noise. So I'm going to demonstrate that in a plugin I have on my Logic 9 setup. And one other thing I want to mention is ratio. I believe it's already set on my project, so I'll just talk about it here. Basically, the ratio is the input to the output, and you want a very high ratio generally. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that on Logic. Here in my Logic setup, I am looking at a track and I'm going to play it. I've already set a noise gate insert here, which I'm going to use to gate. Now I've got the threshold set up really high, so I'm actually not hearing my notes fully played. They're getting cut off quite quickly, and there's a bit of sort of rattling noise, which is definitely not what I want. So here I am, I'm setting the attack up really high, and again, that is not something I want. I want it to be as short as possible so that the gating kicks in and I don't have that weird swelling and I still get the transience of the sound. And the same is for the release. I'm setting it up really high here, but that is not going to be the sound that I want. And I'm going to just quickly compare my two sounds. And again, I'm just sort of playing with the release here. I'm going to bypass that sound to hear what it sounds like differently. And although I don't have an audio recording feature, I am able to tell that there is a little bit less noise, but the sound still is natural, and I'm not getting anything cut off at the end of the sound as I did when the threshold was set way too high. So that was my demonstration of gating, and just to wrap things up, I experimented with setting the threshold way too high, which caused chatter and cut off my notes way too fast, and I didn't want that. And I experimented with also setting my attack and release way too high, which left me, in the case of the attack, with sort of with swells and the attack's how fast the gate opens up, and I want that to be really fast. Same with the release. So in the end, I went with really short times. I guess in the end, I was a little frustrated I didn't have a ratio setting on my gate, but besides that, I think it went pretty well. If anyone has any tips on how to get an audio recording while I'm doing a screen recording, that would be awesome, because I found that to be the most frustrating in these demonstrations. Thank you for watching.